Hello my friends, Takuya here, and welcome back to another Kaiser Redux A to Z playthrough video. Y'all are gonna hate me by the end of this. Over the course of all the different videos that we have done on the varying different things within Kaiser Redux, the mod in which Germany won World War I and the entire world is completely and utterly broken, we have seen many broken and horrible things. Horrible things. Looking at you there, Alaska. So in today's A to Z playthrough, which we are currently sitting there in the D's and finally out of the hellhole that was Central Africa, it's time that we go to a new hellhole, the Caribbean. Yes, my friends, on today's episode, we're going to be diving into the Dominican Republic, the slightly more than stable neighbor of Haiti, which historically has been its own kind of complete and utter disaster. Suffering from the Great Depression, as many entities over here in the West would be, and simultaneously with a hostile elite whose presidential powers are at odds with the country's elite, you know, as what oftentimes happens in Latin American communities. Let's go ahead and live out our Tropico fantasy now, shall we? From the very beginning of the game, things kind of suck for us. We have 3 divisions, which all in all is not bad, especially considering how small we are in terms of size, and we in fact start with 2 military factories, which is, again, kind of decent. The trade-off for having an industrialized military here, though, is that we have nothing else in the way of industry. I literally can do nothing here. Our people know how to make guns and basically nothing else. They can't even build a road. With 2 research slots, which is going to put us pretty far behind here from the very beginning, we need to get our meager industry underway, which is hard to do when you literally can't use any of it. But even more important than that, we cannot actually do anything with our focus. Notice how there's nothing up here, because we don't have any options to do here. Every single thing that we need seems to have to wait until after politics has been completed, because like most Latin American countries, we are definitely stable and in no way, shape, or form under threat of a coup. We are under threat of a coup. I feel like people should be able to detect the sarcasm by now. A troubling time. From 1916 to 1924, the Dominican Republic was occupied by the United States. While the occupation was less severe than in neighboring Haiti, the country was nonetheless transformed. The old political establishment was turned on its head, and the center-left completely destroyed. Much power was granted by the occupiers to power-hungry military leaders, especially the ambitious Rafael Trujillo. A new democratic constitution was drafted in 1924, and the nation regained its independence soon after, with full financial control being returned by the Americans a few years later. Yeah, because America has done this many times in its past. Initially, the new nation prospered and its institutions were rebuilt. However, this would not last for long. President Horacio Vasquez attempted to change the constitution for his own gain, and while he was narrowly forced out by Vice President Federico Velasquez, the nation's democracy was forever weakened. After several lackluster presidencies from the ranks of the Red Party, the conservative populist Virgilio Martinez Reina, defeated the pro-business Rafael Estrella Ureña in a campaign which would shatter the Red Party and further hinder the recovery of our national stability. You don't say. While President Martinez is popular with the lower classes, his steady centralization of power and willingness to change the constitution, eerily similar to the actions of Vasquez himself, have alienated the wealthy. With the next election rapidly approaching, perhaps desperation could precipitate upheaval. What? No, not in my Latin American democracy. Surely nothing bad could ever possibly happen here. So yeah, from the very beginning of the game, we basically had to do nothing and just wait for, well, things to get spicy. A clandestine meeting. In a nondescript building at the edge of Santo Domingo, 2 of the most powerful men in the Dominican Republic sit around at a table. Rafael Estrella Ureña, candidate for the upcoming presidential election and head of the Republicano Party, and Rafael Trujillo Molina, chief of the armed forces, both seeking the same increasingly scarce commodity, power. The 2 men have entirely different visions for the country. However, and in the short time since the meeting began, Estrella has become increasingly wary of Trujillo and the role that is demanded of him should they endeavor to take power together. Well, you know, we'll say that a deal is reached. After all, we're trying to protect the country, now aren't we? Among other things. Black Monday in the Dominican Republic. Our nation's tentative recovery from the American Great Depression has fallen apart with the collapse of the German economy following Black Monday. It seems our country is in for even more economic hardship. Yeah, surely the economy cannot get even worse. Yeah, it did. Republicano coup. Today in Santo Domingo, what many had feared has become reality. Fanatic armed supporters of Estrella have entered the city and occupied many government buildings. Meanwhile, the army under Rafael Trujillo has refused to leave their barracks, with Trujillo treasonously claiming to be neutral in regards to the attempted coup. Some of the city's police force, however, and many supporters of President Reina have also come out in droves to fight the coup. Well, we can say that the instigators are dispersed, or the capital is occupied. I'm feeling very tropico today, my friends. The capital is occupied. With that, coup is bypassed. And I still can't do anything. Don't look so sad, Arania. Things will be over for you soon. Estrella's dilemma. Though at first smitten with his newfound power, President Estrella quickly found General Trujillo to be an even more aggravating ally than Martinez was an enemy. Beyond that, Trujillo has all but confirmed that he intends to partially renege on his agreement, which precipitated the coup. Namely, he intends to not allow Estrella to stand for the next, entirely rigged, presidential election. While Trujillo may now hold much political power, Estrella's supporters have likewise grown in strength, and it may be feasible for Estrella to attempt to resist Trujillo and take control of the country himself. Just give in. It's okay, buddy. Just give in. It's fine. It is April of 1936. Can I still not do a damn thing? Oh my god. It's been like 4 months already. Estrella's term at an end. Rafael Estrella Ureña's time as provisional president is now at an end. A show election has been held where Trujillo, hand-picked candidate Manuel Troncoso Concha, was the only option on the ballot. While Estrella may have had to some degree of independence from Trujillo, Troncoso is considered to be but a mere puppet, with all the political power now lying in the hands of either Trujillo himself or the military in general. Yeah, Trujillo is now president in all but name. Totally. Yeah, this doesn't sound like Latin America at all. With that, my friends, we can go ahead and finally start doing things where we can, like, what, fund a navy, continue modernization of the military, get some Air Force. You know, of course, our bankrupt country should definitely invest in planes. Why not? No, what we need here is to focus on the new economy. Our nation's economy is changing rapidly, and traditional sectors and economic thinking cannot assure the depression's end. We must look to the future for the sake of the present. That bypasses the consolidation of power. And Manuel, you actually look like the general's fist is currently up your rear, speaking through your mouth like a puppet. Don't look so shocked, buddy. With the establishment of a new economy, that means we can now focus on solidifying our political and then from that economic power. Formalize a new regime. To continue to govern as a provisional regime would not only be detrimental to our power, but also reflect poorly on us internationally. We must establish a true civilian government. Yes, civilian. Let's go with that, sure. I also love how I can go here to early mobilization, do that, and guess what? It changes nothing. The new regime. Since Estrella's departure from the presidency, our nation's political structure has become increasingly convoluted, with various aspects of the civilian government being sufficiently but not entirely subverted by the military. From this, a peculiar situation has developed, where in spite of Trujillo's dominant position, other military leaders have begun to act like warlords in the military districts in which they operate, with Trujillo becoming akin to a crime boss loosely lording over them. General Trujillo has recognized that this sorry state of affairs must come to an end. Where there is jurisdictional overlap, some must be dismissed from their posts. Where the commanders have grown too big for their britches, they must be forcibly removed, and the presidency can no longer be simply provisional. Whether Troncoso should continue to serve or Trujillo should simply assume the position earlier than previously planned is still a matter for debate. Yeah, no. Put him in power. Definitely put him in power. I would love El Presidente of my nondescript Caribbean country. With that, first things first, modernization campaign. So much of our nation lacks modern utilities like electrical power, and some economically important city centers have not been renovated in decades. Before the economy can truly heal, these problems must be dealt with. Yeah, we gotta fix things within the country. Awash with light, our nation sorely lags behind the rest of the world in electrification. As emerging technologies and industry rely heavily on electrical power, it is pertinent that the gap be closed immediately. While Trujillo has argued for substantial state investment in the process, the sheer cost of such an endeavor has thrown many others for a loop. Alternative proposals to cut costs by working with various industrial concerns throughout the country to create a privatized electric grid, or to focus on electrifying military installations and state-owned industries first, have been made in response. No, I may look like a crime boss, but you may not call me the Don. You may call me Papa. And Papa makes a good point. It is Papa, not the Godfather, that is going to entrench the party. Our glorious party is ultimately the only redoubt of unwavering loyalty to set society on the path to a similar outlook. The influence of the party must be greatly expanded, though how to go about that is hotly debated. Yeah. To maintain our national stability and unity, the fate of the nation and that of the party must be inseparable. The exact way to integrate the party and encourage membership, however, is hotly debated what should be done. So promote it to require... Oh, hey, there's a thing. Hold on. Organization +3, division +2. Hey. No. Look at this. Yeah. We are a true Latin American dictatorship, all right? If you want to get any kind of promotion with the army, you got to be a member of the military. Wait, no. Member of the party. That's what I mean. Yeah, you get what it is that I mean. We're going full-on political corruption here. Which means then, militarizing the bureaucracy. Electrification finished. Due to largely our stable financial commitment, the electrification process was a total success, finishing on schedule and to the satisfaction of all levels of society. The cost was steep, but it seems to have been fully worth the investment. Hey, Hey, that's actually quite nice. 2 building slots, military, naval dockyard, and infrastructure. Very good. If only I had steel to be able to do anything. I don't. Our guns must be like purely wooden or something. Disloyalty from those in the bureaucracy has already become an administrative burden, and the issue is only to grow if nothing is done. While those in our government have agreed on what to do to combat the problem, that being the creation of a new state security agency to root out the troublemakers, the method of implementation is far more contentious. On one hand, especially those civilians who've thrown in their lot with the military, argue the new agency should be a formal bureaucratic department. Those within the military are split over whether to use a similar agency under the auspices of the armed forces alone, or to formalize Trujillo's already established 42 agency. All power to Papa, am I right? Expand the 42. With that, my friends, it is then time to engage the elite. Figure out how to operate society. Ensuring military loyalty. Disillusionment from within is an unfortunate reality of politics. Of course, such people who are ultimately good but have gone astray are pitied. The question is then, how can they be righted again? It's clear that the solution is institutional and should come with our reforms of the bureaucracy. To that, we could either attempt to aggressively promote the just nature of our government through mandatory re-education whenever necessary, simply rely on redoubled martial discipline, or task our new security service with bringing such people into line. Oh, encryption, decryption bonuses, and less damages to garrison. That is actually quite nice. Further improved discipline. Ooh, division recovery rate plus 10%. Well, that plus more recruitable population. Yeah, it's not even a question. Improve the discipline of society through rigorous military exercises. A militarized economy? Pfft, yeah, do it. Reorganizing the foreign ministry? Yeah, of course, reorganize it. Put it directly under our control. Absolutely. Finding a solution. Many of the nation's most prominent families and individuals remain staunchly opposed to our government, especially given our treatment of Australia, a man deeply in their pockets. Yeah, because that's the whole market liberal side of things here. Indeed, military men are cut from different cloth of the country's traditional ruling class, and they will not stand to be unceremoniously replaced. Some, however, are open to collaboration with their regime, and indeed, many prominent lawyers and businessmen do owe our regime their loyalty already. What approach should we be taken in settling this issue? You know what? I don't even want to deal with it. Annihilate them. We will redistribute all the mansions to varying different military officers, and that's exactly how we're going to operate. This is going to be a fully militarized Tropico playthrough, my friends. With that, we then have the option of Dios en cielo, Trujillo en tierra. God in heaven, Trujillo on earth. There doesn't exist a more apt expression than that. While already undeniably at the forefront of the government, Trujillo has only grown in power as our regime has cemented itself, sidelining all other major figures with the ministry in the process. The people and the nation now look to him for guidance as we navigate this uncertain future. I could do that, but honestly, at this point, our economy is suffering and we haven't even been able to do anything. And it doesn't look like this gives many big bonuses or anything. So you know what? Let's go and work on the economy. Or actually, wait, I realize. Sponsored research. We can't get this. This is only active for democracies and market liberals, but it gets us a research slot. What? Are you telling me that because I went full-on military dictatorship, I can't support a free research and educational society? Who would have thought? You know what, screw it. Let's go down and try to finish the political side before anything and just see what happens. Maybe I'll just be given one by completing the political path. After that, control the legislature, because with the taste of power, those who once swore allegiance only to their betters would seek to undermine all that we have built for their own gain. One must maintain a legislative body to carry out the passage and implementation of legislation for the mundane, and indeed, it also provides legitimacy. The actions of the legislature must be systemically controlled. Yes. On that note, state serves the military. Let's get some more political power. That is the reality of what it is that we are building here today, my friends. A true Tropico experience, which is necessary as everything goes to hell in America. Dismantle legislative resistance. Within the halls of legislature, something of an opposition has begun to fester. Dissatisfied with our regime's failure to fully appease one interest group or another, many congressmen would show their gratitude towards our regime through knavish scheming and general mischief. With the legislature now more or less entirely marginalized, the legislature can be done away with entirely. Alternatively, congressmen who refuse to cooperate could be done away with, and some semblance of democracy maintained. Okay, so this would increase our stability and support, but this would also give us political power to do more things. You know, listen, if we're going with that fully Tropico experience, we have to give the plausible deniability of democracy, if anything. We're going to retain it, sure. They will work with us, willingly or not. Which, on that note, Viva el Jefe, which I guess I actually am only going to have 2 research slots for the entire game. Are you kidding me? What is this experience? Docking rights from the French. You know what? Sure. Why not? Let them. I will work with anyone and everyone, even as everything falls apart. If I gotta sell out my country to do something, then damn it, I'm gonna do it. Well, with our political path done, and basically nothing around us that we're gonna be able to do here for a while, I guess really the only option that we're going to have is trying to stabilize our economic situation, I guess. And then after we do so, it's gonna be time to focus on trying to build up our military and then our navy, and then we have nothing to do. We have nothing to do until something actually happens, I guess, in the world. So this might take a while. Wait, the Monte Cristi affair. In the town of Monte Cristi, a large number of migrants from Haiti have taken up residency in makeshift hovels. Tensions with local security forces have grown and festered and have now boiled over as dozens of migrants were brutally beaten and unspeakable indignities committed to them and the virtue of their women. Oh, well, Haiti is yet to respond to the incident. Information will surely reach them in a matter of days, possibly less, and how we treat the men who committed these acts will have diplomatic repercussions. Our government, while certainly supportive of the actions of the soldiers, oh my god, is hesitant to support them precisely because of the potential for diplomatic or even armed backlash. Commend these. Oh dear god. Quickly move all troops over here to the border, let that stock up, and then commend these heroes. Commend these heroes, we'll say. Which caused Haiti to declare war. Well, you know what? If that's how it's gonna be, baby, that's how it's gonna be. Thing is, we actually built ourselves a military, and I don't think Haiti did. Yeah, they have limited degrees of military strength, which means I could basically just blow right through them. Yeah, without my friends, we have the collapse of Haiti, which allows me to just, yoink, take everything. Thank you. Much appreciated. That's now mine. Now I guess we choose what actually happens to Haiti. Which I can either occupy or liberate them under a friendly... I don't even get to control the entire island. Sure, liberate Haiti under a friendly government. Why not? I literally don't have the manpower to spare for actually occupying this, and I don't get any core population increases. Wait a minute, because I conquered Haiti, does that mean that I don't get any of these events? Nope, I guess that's all that we do down here, even as America is tearing itself apart, Spain is tearing itself apart, Austria-Hungary is tearing itself apart, the Balkans are tearing itself, yeah, the world is basically tearing itself apart. I'm the only one that actually had a quick and easy victory among all these things. Oh god, then regarding military matters, establishing conscription. Ever since before the American occupation, our country had legislation on the books preventing compulsory military service. The announcement of our intention to reintroduce conscription drew widespread criticism from even those close to the government, with the more reasonable among those dissenting asking instead to introduce conscription in only the most limited form, with the intention to merely train the able-bodied population rather than establishing a conscript army. Oh god, yeah, that would really hurt my stability here, but it does give me more manpower. Which is very precious right now. No, I need the stability. Will they make minor concessions? All right, going into 1939, I still don't have much, but with auxiliary forces, I can get an additional 3% recruitable population, so that's something, I guess. Okay, in terms of possibilities to invade, yeah, there's no way I can invade Venezuela. I don't have any transportation in order to be able to get over there or actually dominate the Navy. Cuba, that is also not going to happen. Yeah, it's also not going to happen with the... I'm stuck on my little island with basically nothing that I can actually do or invade. That's amazing. Of course, we still have the Alsace ultimatum, which is still going to break out, and that means I can do nothing. Do I need to become a mercenary? Is that my only available option? So what does even oh my god, the United States of America is actually coming back under MacArthur. Wait, I could be a Caribbean strongman and help him. Crime boss, MacArthur, do you want some help? As for what's happening over here, everything is still on fire, and oh my god, Eastern Europe is even more on fire. Mongolia is invading Russia. Is it the Khan? It's the Khan. I love this one. For those of you who did not see the Mongolia playthrough, we're probably going to end up doing this kind of thing here again once we get to Mongolia in the A to Z playthrough. Oh my god, this is probably one of the best paths in this entire game. I swear to god it is. That's like the fall of, oh my god, the fall of Havana. What happened to you? Cuba, you're at war with literally everyone. What the absolute hell? Oh, I actually can get a flagship. Okay, maybe I actually can do something. Oh my god, even my potential invasion targets down here are getting murdered. No. Okay, at this point, it is very obvious that MacArthur is going to win, and I would like to have the paternal autocrats potentially be on my side. I don't know if this will help. I don't know if this will do anything, but you know what? We can send one volunteer. Thanks. Well, at least we got some Marines to send, so you know what? Let's do something to help. Why not? At this point, honestly, Mountaineers probably would have been more helpful. Don't worry, United States, I'm here to save you. Because of course, you totally needed it. God, how ironic of this is that a civil war breaks out in the United States, and it's a Latin American country that intervenes. History can be very spicy now, can't it? All right, there's the Western Command Center, and now, yeah, that's pretty much everything. The United States, they're not even fighting against California. So that means the volunteers that I sent to intervene, are now back. Amazing. Did that say the No, the Mongols. The Mongols capitulated. How could they? No. Well, I have nothing else to do. Spain, do you want some Latin American help? Of course, we got to support the Carlists because that's, you know, only natural in this context. Maybe this will do something. Maybe. I don't know anymore. Don't worry, I'm here to save you. This is literally the only thing that I'm able to actually do right now. Here, maybe if I spam out a bunch of volunteers here or militia units, I can then send more things over. Maybe, I don't know. At this point, I have literally nothing I can do. Well, shoot. Okay, so I can't even do that. I'm that limited. Well, if that is how it is going to be, then we are going to go ahead and delete all of that. I'll delete one of my Marine divisions, and I will instead make one division just incredibly chonky, because that's pretty much all it is that I can actually do, I guess. Which I'm immediately then losing a fight to. Lovely. Why? Oh, great. And now the United States goes and, yeah, they're finishing off California. There's no even point in even trying to help. I just need to desperately save the Spanish. Flagship finished. Hey, I got a new fleet. I got a new fleet. What did I even get? I got an armored cruiser. I got an armored cruiser. Thanks. Come on, Marines, we got this. All right, if I can actually just kind of push through a number of these, this will be okay. I could do some actual damage here as time goes on. Fall of Lisbon. Wait, what is even happening over here? Oh my God, Britain is invading Portugal. I am desperately trying to fight and preserve the power of the Carlists. But either way, the United States conquers California, and that means that the world is not even beginning to look more stable here. Oh my God. With the fall of the last enemy faction, the Federalist government under Douglas MacArthur has declared victory. Congress will decide later this month on the power of MacArthur and if he should step down or stay in power to defend liberty. But many worry that he will become a despot or a dictator if he is to stay in power. As the nation begins to rebuild, many are hoping that peace will finally return to America. Here, let's get out of here and try and preserve some of this. Oh my God, we're actually pushing him back. We are actually pushing him back. Let's go. Come on, take the capital. Do it. Yes! The fall of Madrid. Oh my God, we are actually doing it. We are actually doing it. No! They drove us out of the capital. Are you... God dang it. I don't care. If this is the only damn thing that I do in this entire game, I am sending every bit of support I possibly can get. Come on, move our way in here. Yes! Carlos Spain is making a comeback, baby. We are doing it. There we go. There's a bunch of divisions trapped and kill them off. Perfect. We go ahead and wipe out these units and perfect. That kills off them and we get to hold the line here further. Wonderful. We are actually making a strong comeback. And still, in 1942, we have 2 research slots. I swear to God. This is one of the most painful things I have ever actually done. This is a terrible tree. It sounds cool on paper, and then there's nothing for it. The United States declares on the commune of Hawaii. Oh, joy. Fun. Lovely. Come on. Attack him. Drive him down. We trapped a whole bunch of them on this side. We just need to murder him. Fall of What do you mean the fall of London? Oh, yeah, that's why. All this is going quite swimmingly, I would say. There we go. Kill off another unit, and we are steadily making our way through this. There we go. Trap this unit on this side, and yes, that is like 7 divisions wiped out instantaneously. Oh, we are growing. We are growing, baby. Kingdom. Oh, we did it. We knocked him out. We knocked out the Kingdom of State. That's the fall of Gibraltar. That's everything. Oh, flood the line. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Before the anarchists can sweep in. Come on. There we go. Trap the divisions. Wipe them out. And beautiful. We are veteran status, boy. There's nothing stopping us now. We can just sweep through at this point. There we go. There is Valencia captured, and we are steadily sweeping in here through the northeast. Oh, we're even launching naval invasions. Yep, here it goes. Right in through Barcelona. Just move in, take him out, and don't give him an inch. That's the fall of Barcelona. That's a port. That means we should have steady forces that can now reinforce the front line. And with that, it collapses. Civil War is over. Carlos Spain is saved, and I still don't have anything to do. Oh, hey, the United States is invading Mexico. That's nice. Yeah, MacArthur just stayed in power as the American Caesar. Oh, yeah. At this point, I don't think there's anything I can do. With my 1 division, I helped the United States. I immediately at the beginning of the game defeated Haiti, which ultimately didn't give me anything because the focus tree just got completely blocked off past the set point. And then beyond that, I brought the Carlists back from the brink of defeat. So that's something. Yeah, Dominican Republic. Not exactly who we expected to be the big power broker of all of Europe. So yeah, with that, I think we're gonna go and end things here today. That was still kind of fun from what I was able to do. A good challenge in Spain to try and win the war. It's just a single division. That is something that was actually pretty good. Beyond that, though, wasn't else much for me to do. Either way, my friends, thank you all very much for watching. This has been Stuck with another Kaiser Redux A to Z playthrough, and I genuinely don't have anything. I wish there should have been something more. Like, this should have generally resulted in more things here for Latin America, but it did not. No, instead, I get to live out my dream of being a isolated Latin American dictatorship. Lovely. Anyway, my friends, I'll see you all here next time. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, by the way here, should have specified. I got merch now dropping here on November 1st, so make sure to go ahead and check that out. Links are going to be down in the description, whenever this is actually available, depending upon when I launch this.